am Jay Cruz of IFT Network. Welcome to What's It About? IFT Network's Synopsis show. Today we're going to talk to the creators of Zoom Theater Class, Dave Rosenberg and Matt Miller. Thank you for joining us. Dave, if you could, please introduce yourself.
Jay, thank you so much. Thank you for the opportunity to do this show on your platform and for allowing us to talk a little bit about Zoom Theater Class. My name is Dave Rosenberg. I was born in Brooklyn, New York, grew up in Long Island, lived in the city for a while, and then moved out to LA in 2012. Started a new career as a teacher. I had been an actor and a writer and had a theater company in New York, but I became a middle school teacher. And then a few years into that, I had the opportunity to go back and make my dream project, which was a film called The Reunion, which we shot in 2019 in New York, and we're finishing up and submitting to festivals. So that's me in a nutshell.
Thank you. And Matt, please introduce yourself.
Yeah, hi. My name is Matt Miller is the short version. My stage name officially is Matthew Floyd Miller. I lived in New York City for 20 years. I'm originally from California. I was born in the Bay Area, grew up in Central California, went to school in New York, and started my professional acting career in New York. And after graduating NYU graduate acting program, I've acted on Broadway. I've acted off Broadway. I've acted in regional theater. Pretty much name a state in the lower 50. I feel like I've been there. And I'm not even joking. Haven't gotten Alaska and Hawaii yet, but we're working on it. And moved to LA 10 years ago this next month, as a matter of fact.
Wow.
February.
Very cool.
To be near family and to try LA. I'd been in New York a long time. I wanted to try Los Angeles, and came out here and have been working in TV and still doing theater. That's kind of my heart beats. And I too also teach. I'm a speech accent and dialect coach. I have my own business called Learn an Accent with Matthew Floyd Miller. And I teach at university. I've taught theater at NYU, Cal State LA, Cal State Long Beach, and several small independent studios.
Excellent.
Yeah, that's the nutshell.
Excellent. Thank you.
Yeah.
So tell us, Zoom Theater Class, what's it about?
Davo, you want to take that one first?
Zoom Theater Class. Sure. It's about two actors like myself and Matt who have been in LA for probably far longer than we have been, and who have not made it or hit it big, and have in this time of quarantine and Zoom have decided through a sort of a chance phone call or a Zoom call to change careers and go from acting, which didn't seem to be in the cards anymore, into becoming teachers. And so it's about the two of us talking about how we're going to transition from I was going to say the narcissistic world of acting, but I don't want to put down any actors
Don't
that might
mock
want
my
to see the show.
Don't mock my narcissism.
To becoming teachers. That's pretty much essentially what it's about.
Yeah.
Do you want to add to that, Matt?
Yeah, I that's pretty much the nuts and bolts. Yeah, they're the characters of Matt and Tony, and Matt and Tony come together, and yeah, exactly what Dave said. Tony has chosen more of a spiritual path in life. He's trying to get away from self-focused pursuits. The Matt character, Matt is a bit more cynical, a little bit more jaded, and they haven't spoken in some time, so they're also kind of relearning one another in this process, and trying to overcome some subtle competition to arrive at something that they could help younger actors, in their
kind of mentor. They want to mentor some actors.
Yeah.
Okay. So Zoom Theater Class is a web series. It's a comedy series. It's 10 episodes. What led you guys to make this show? What was the inspiration?
You want to start?
We were, in COVID, Dave and I live practically the same neighborhood in LA. So we became kind of pod buddies. We would go for a walk on the LA River once a week. We did it for months, Dave. We started like in March, and we did it like almost all the way through the summer, I think. And Dave and I met, by the way, in New York a long time ago, and we just happened to reconnect. I mean, out here in LA. So, we were reminiscing about, knowing one another. And Dave said one day, is like, hey, let's make something. Let's make something together during this time, and we said, let's use the like so many folks are doing, let's use the platform we've got, which is Zoom,
Of course.
to create something. So we kind of decided on a simple scenario that we just described to you, and said, well, let's jump on Zoom, and Dave can tell you what happened.
Yeah. So when we would go on these walks, we talked about, well, what would we do? And it was right around the time that the George Floyd BLM thing was happening. And he and I are both, very involved in social and political affairs. And so we said, well, let's do something on that. I don't know what we're going to do, but let's touch on that. Why don't we just do a Zoom call, and we'll see what happens. So he and I did a Zoom call, and we talked about that. But we also, I think, started off or ended up talking about acting and just kind of goofing around. And after that, I said, Matt, what do you want to do? And in the back of my head, I knew what I wanted to do. I said, Matt, what do you want to do? I said, well, we could do this thing with the social thing. And I don't remember exactly what he said. I don't really listen to him, but
Yeah. Us in the car together once, me giving him directions, didn't listen to me.
Yeah, exactly. Did you hear the one about the actor going through? Did you hear the one about the actor going through his script? Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. My part. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. My part.
Basically.
So anyway, and I said, I really liked when we talked about that acting stuff. Something popped, and it just felt there was something there. And so we said, all right, well, why don't we do another Zoom call, and we'll each come up with like 3 acting exercises. And I think we had the basis for what we had wanted to do. And that's what we did. And it became this 1.5-hour long conversation, and it took off. I mean, our friendship kind of took off to a different level from there, but creatively we had a chemistry that I don't know how to describe. It just kind of took off. Yeah. And then we realized after that, we have a whole show right here. That was actually just going to be like, go ahead.
For 1 hour and 20 minutes on Zoom. In these, and we were just, and we hadn't had any intention of necessarily, we thought, well, let's just play and see what happens. We didn't know what we were going to do with it. And then, as Dave was saying, we went, oh my God, we could cut this into 10 episodes. I mean, we didn't know it was going to be 10, but we could cut this into several episodes. And that's what we started to do. That's right around the time, I feel like that converged with us meeting you, Jay. It was kind of like this whole thing that kind of happened.
Sort of. I think I've been working with Dave a little bit longer now since with his film. So I think this was meant to happen, but on a longer path. So you guys have 10 episodes. What is it that you want audiences to take away from the show?
Laughs. I mean, there has some depth to it. There's some spiritual element to it, what my character's gone through, and where he's trying to go, and he's experimenting with spirituality. I think Matt's character has a sort of a soulful quality. It's kind of the spirit and the soul. There is that, and I like that genre. I like it in films, and that's in my film. But essentially, it's COVID, it's quarantine, it's misery. We just want to make people laugh.
Yeah, it's peppered with some, guys trying to find the meaning of their lives through their creativity, but really it's just silly fun.
Yeah, good. Yeah. So tell me, Matt, what's next for you? What do you have going on? Is anything you want folks to know about?
I have something that I've been shooting since November till now. I've signed a non-disclosure agreement, so I can't talk about it, but it's a show that's going to be on FX network, and then eventually on Netflix. And by a big Hollywood muckety muck that I won't even say. I'm just, I'll leave it at that. It's exciting. It's a great gig, and it'll premiere in the autumn of this year.
Excellent. Congrats.
Thank you.
And Dave, what do you have for the future, bud?
Well, hopefully a season 2 of Zoom Theater Class.
We need that. We
Yep.
need that.
Yep.
And I have a movie that's going into festivals that I mentioned called The Reunion. It's about a guy confronting his childhood nemesis at their high school reunion. Shot it last year in New York, and I guess about a year and a half ago now, and just wrapped it up. And hoping to get into Tribeca. But
yes. Congratulations. Yes.
It is tremendous. I've seen it 3 times now. It's really, really good.
I've watched it as well, and I've watched 3 different versions of it, and I have to say the one that you did, the most recent one, I think is spot on. I think you guys are gonna have a lot of success. So congratulations, man. I know how hard you've worked. I've been like on not the front row, but like maybe like the 3rd row, maybe the corner, and I've seen this journey from the outside, and I know how much passion and desire you've had with this film. So congratulations. And
Absolutely.
Matt, I'm really excited that once you can talk about it, maybe we'll do another interview so we can add some buzz and let people know what's happening. So I'm excited for you both. So now we know what it's about. To learn more on Zoom Theater Class, please visit iftnetwork.com. And I just want to add a really personal note. I want to thank you both again. You guys were the first that I reached out to and said, look, I think we can do something really cool in streaming. I think we can have or create something really niche. And you guys were like, who the hell is Jay Cruz? What the hell is he talking about? And you guys gave me the shot, and I appreciate it. And I'm really excited for both of you and what you're doing, and hopefully all the amazing things that we can do together. And so again, thank you very much for participating and for being part of the family. And I'm grateful for you guys. So thank you.
Thank you, Jay.
Thank you for the opportunity. We look forward to what's going to happen in the future.
Absolutely. Here.
All
Season
right,
2.
Yeah, let's get it. All right, guys. Thank you very much. That's a cut.